Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Paper Happinessity with Monica. My name is Monica Formosa and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the Wide Bay area on the east coast of Australia in Queensland. Welcome, and I know time is a little bit precious at the moment, so thank you everyone who have come along to watch. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much. If you'd like to subscribe, that will just give you notifications. Or if you subscribe and click on the all notifications icon, that will give you notifications when I come live, not live because I don't really do lives, but that will give you, will let you know when when I've released another video. To all my regulars, thank you so much also for joining me. I couldn't do this without you, so it's lovely to have you along as well. So, Color Inspiration Challenge 201. We've just celebrated our 200th challenge previously, and it was a great one to participate in. I'm kicking myself that I'm still part of this amazing group. The girls and all the team are just so wonderful and generous and very inspiring in what they show every challenge. So anyway, we're on the road now to our next 100, and for this challenge, this one actually runs for 5 weeks. We do appreciate that we're going over Christmas and it's quite busy, but that in between period between Christmas and New Year, and you're not quite sure what day it is or what month it is, you know what, that would be a great time to sit down and actually create something for this. It runs until Monday the 12th of January, so that gives you plenty of time. We've got quite a festive, I would say, a festive color palette to work with. The Melon Mambo, the Poppy Parade, the Pretty Peacock, and gold. We're actually throwing gold in there for this one. And the lovely Bernie Root was the team member, the crew member that picked our image for this challenge, graphic. And sadly, Bernie has just let us know that she won't be continuing on with Color Inspiration team for many reasons. But yes, it'll be sad to see her go. It's been great seeing her projects every challenge. And our guest designer is the lovely Sharon Cheadle. She's amazing too. She does lovely work, so please do go and find her on social media. I'm not quite sure if she just goes under her name or whether she's got something else that she goes by. But anyway, if you type in Sharon Cheadle Stampin' Up, I'm sure it will bring up something for her. Okay, so let me show you my card. I'll put that over here. Realizing after the fact that I've used the wrong pink, but we do allow that. But this card, I will make it with the right one. So I've used Pretty in Pink, and rather than Melon Mambo, and I've got the Poppy Parade flower, and it's on a Pretty Peacock card base, and this has been stamped with the new linen look, whatever that one is. I've got all the bits and pieces here, but that's the new background stamp that we've got. The embellishments, I've got linen thread, and then I've grabbed the loose frosted dots. I think these are still available in the store for my little embellishments. And my happy birthday, for this particular one, I actually used the More Messages stamp set, and I used the little happy birthday here. If you've got something else that's pretty or smallish, Simply Said stamp set has this little happy birthday here. Have a look what's in your stash. Use anything, like if you wanted something more scripty, I'm sure you've got something that would also look good. So yes, all right, my take a pic tool is there. All right, so that's what I've used there. I have also used the Petals of Beauty, the dies and the stamp. Did I use the stamp set? I don't think I used the stamp set. I was going to use the stamp set, but I decided I didn't like, it was too heavy for what I was wanting to achieve, so I didn't actually use the stamp set. I've just used the dies, and this is the Lasting Linen stamp set. It's a big one, so for that I'm going to get my big, oh, what is this, the big F block, and it is filthy. Normally I like to try and keep my stamp blocks a little bit cleaner, and we're going to just gently. So when you get these for the photopolymer stamps, the solid background ones aren't too bad, but sometimes you've got delicate ones and you just kind of roll it off gently, because they can rip if you're too harsh. And I'm actually going to give that a bit of a clean. I think and I really do like my I'm just going to, so this is your Stampin' Scrub. If those of you who haven't seen one, we have a wet side and a dry side, and I've actually color coordinated mine. I think this needs a wash to be true. A little bit of Stampin' Mist on the wet side. Give it a and then dry it off on the other side. Now this is a bit tricky because I'm lucky I've got long fingers, and I think I need to buy a new one because I actually think I don't need a new one so much, but I need to see, that's still a bit dirty there. I hope that's not going to affect it. Anyway, I might need to go and give it a bit of a scrub when I'm finished here. What else do I need? I have blending brushes. If you no, this is not going to stay. I've used my Pretty Peacock Stampin' Right marker to get my stamp here, and I'll show you how I did that when the time comes, because I didn't want to ink up all of these sentiments. So all I did is I got it and I just inked up the happy birthday with my Stampin' Right marker, but we'll go through that later. All right, don't need that. All right, so here are my bits and pieces. All right, there's the strip for the sentiment. You have a pretty peacock card base. I've got a piece of white, and that's for the front. A piece of white for the center, and that's just a little bit smaller. I think that's probably half an inch, maybe half an inch, maybe quarter of an inch smaller on two sides. You've got a scrap of poppy, a scrap of melon, and white for these leaves here, and also the flowers in the background, behind. All right, so that's what we need there. I'm going to need those two, and I'm going to need those two, and I need that one, and of course I've done a little bit of prep beforehand. So I've got my gold pieces. I'll just remove that. So I've got 2 of those, and we'll trim one of those down. I've got 2 of the smaller flowers, 1 of the larger, and we will add those on. Not yet though, but those get glued down. I've die cut. So from my strip of white, I've die cut the 3 background of the flowers or the bases, and then these guys. So when you die cut this, don't throw that away, please, because I will show you. Have I got a scrap here? Yes, I have. Let me just fold this. All right, so we're going to color our bits and pieces. All right, because this is a little bit delicate. So what I'm going to do, I actually might do one at a time, and that way I'm not worried about ink getting all over the place. I'm going to put that back in there. I'm going to get my pretty peacock, and we will add a little bit of color with our die cut inlaid back where it needs to be. And that just supports it while you're brushing on that ink. Oops, sorry, I'm wobbling everything here because I'm, all right, so there's one. You can go as heavy or as light as you like. Where's my other piece of, and we'll go again. A little bit of ink. Dab it. All right. All right, so there's our green leaves done, our peacock leaves. Next I want to do my red flower. No, I might do my melon mambo first. It doesn't really matter, but I'm actually going to use, I don't have a lot of these smaller brushes, so I'm going to add a little bit of melon mambo to the center. Oops. And then I'm just going to wipe that off and then put a little bit of poppy in the center of this one. Just lightly, and then you can add more if it's not enough for you. You can always add more, but you cannot take it away. Once it's down, it's there. A little bit more. Okay, there we go. A little bit of red and a little bit of pink. Now, these layers do not match up. So it's all about being artistic with your placement. I'm just trying to see how I did these ones. So move it around to where you think it might look good. And at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I didn't put centers in the middle of those flowers, so that might be a nice idea as well. And my other pink, whoops. I think I went that way. There we go. I think they are both different, those pink ones. So it's all about giving an impression of a flower. But there we have our 3 flowers. We have our 2, and then we have this one. The next thing I want to do is add a little bit of, I'll just move that up there because I'm going to need this. All right, we're going to stamp off the pretty peacock for this. So I'm going to add a little bit of ink. I'm going to stamp off. And then with the, all right, so you've got 2 pieces here. I want the larger one because we're going to actually trim it down. Try not to move it once it goes down. And there we have our little linen background. So then I trimmed it down to measure. Oh, so it's pretty much the size of my card front. All right, so let me take a little bit off here. I can take a little bit off here. And a little bit of, that's nice and neat there, so that's all right. And for this one, that is dead on my card side. So what I did, I'm not finished with my trimmer yet. All I did then is, somewhere here I have my little ruler. So this side I want to go up 1 inch. I went up 1 inch here and I put a mark. And then on this side I went up 2. And I got my trimmer. I put this pencil line in the groove here, and this pencil line in the track here. And we're going to trim that off. All right, so there's our angle. And then for this one, I'm going to actually put this one, trim a little bit of this off, and we're going to add that inside. So I went down 1/4 of an inch, which is one of these lines here on your trimmer. Trim that down, and that's for the inside. All right, I'm going to actually glue this on before I even start because I can see what's going to happen. It's going to get lost amongst everything here. Oops. Oh, that was close. All right, can we see? Sorry, I'm not center here. And then that just pulls. I'm just going to get my bone folder and just run over that edge. That just pulls that design, I've got a bit of glue there, that just pulls that design from the front into the center of the card. And I just went over that edge, that cut edge there, because I trimmed it upside down, so there was a little bit of a funny edge to it, and just running it over with your bone folder just flattens it out and makes it a bit neater. I'm going to actually now glue that to the inside of my card. So my card bases are custom. It's 4 1/8, which is half, or 10 1/2, which is 10 1/2 centimeters, 4 1/8 inches, which is half the width of your A4 cardstock, and then it goes down either 5 3/4 in imperial or 14 1/2 in centimeters, if you use centimeters. So this goes right up to the top. And that card base is just a little bit wider than what it should be. So I can get my trimmer and just gently take that off. All right, so when you've got this teeny tiny little bit here, we're going to place our cutting blade. Now my cutting blade's a different color because I didn't have a Stampin' Up one, but this brand also fits. So you start in your cardstock, so place your arm and your blade on the card, and we're going to go up and back. There we go. And by doing that, that just stops, well, it minimizes the rip that can happen sometimes, because sometimes if it's only tiny and there's not a lot either side, it will just grab the cardstock as you push your blade up. And I want to get my bone folder and just go over that edge and go over that edge. The inside is now not going to be centered, but anyway, it is what it is. Okay, so now my last bit of stamping, like I said before, you can use whatever you like. There's this happy birthday in here, but what I want to show you is this. If you've still got your Stampin' Right markers, I'm going to get this, and I'm going to leave that in there because that's really sticky. My Stampin' Right marker. Now when I did this for my original card, I actually got it dead on, bang on straight. Do you think I'm going to be able to do that again with, you know, all you people watching? Probably not, but I have a little trimmer. So I'm using the side of my brush end, and I'm just putting a little bit of ink down. Get my paper. Now you can probably line it up with something that's already there. And I think I probably moved that a bit. Anyway, we can grab another piece. Oh, there we go. There's our happy birthday. So what I did is I actually kind of put it smack bang in between what was already there. We have our little happy birthday without having to ink up the whole thing. It is just a little bit too wide for me, so I'm going to get my little trimmer, and we will trim that down. Trim a little bit off this end, and we'll just trim a little bit off top and bottom here. tiny bit if I can. I'll get my, push that in. Oh, yeah. There we go. All right, so there's my happy birthday. I will put that away because I don't think I need that again. And we'll just get my snips and just give it a bit of an angle. Okay. All right, so now we're all ready to assemble. So to start with, we went kind of this way, maybe into the middle a bit more. I'm going to go here. Now for these gold bits, I actually trimmed them down. This one, yep, because I really don't need all that. So I'm going to trim this one here. And I'm going to just trim that so the leaf continues down. We're going to put that one up in here. And then again with this one, I think I only used the 3. So once again, we're going to just trim it down. And that's the beauty of die cuts, guys. You can, if it doesn't quite fit your design, trim them down and make them work. You know, there we go. And that one goes here. And then it's just a matter of arranging your flowers. All right, so we're going to stick those down. A little bit of glue. Can you hear the birds out the backyard? Our golden pandas are flowering, and the rainbow lorikeets are absolutely loving it. Like, honestly. And it's great. We've got 2 out the back amongst everything else that we've got. We've got a tea tree, paper bark. And we've got bottle brushes, we've got lily pillies. Just overhanging that a little bit. Just a tiny little bit of glue here. We're going to just pull that down into that area. I might just leave that one for now. Maybe I should have left this one too. And this one reaches up into that corner. And I might just leave that one for now. These ones I'm going to put up on dimensionals. Our flowers. Got a little bit of gold foil there that's annoying me. And I've got my pretty peacock ink open here, so I'm just going to close that up because worries me a bit. Okay, so I'm just putting that there for now. And we'll go here and here, like this. Are we happy with that? I think so. So you can go there. You little pretty little thing can go here. And your sister here can go here. And we'll add a little bit of glue, and I actually might just cut that off because I have a feeling I've got a dimensional there that will stop that from going all the way. And then to fill in this corner up here with a little bit of sparkle. Yeah, there we go. All right, so there's our card. Now, these unfortunately don't have adhesive backed. They don't have glue on them. I've pretty much used, oh no, yeah, let me put this on first. Once again, some dimensionals. I'm a little bit ahead. I like to put my sentiment on first, and then I will add my bling. All right, so I'm going to, which end? This end, on the happy end, maybe 2. Oops, I need to see where I'm putting this. Kind of there like that. And glue on this end. So that works. You don't need to be there. And I've got dimensional backs everywhere, like truly. They get everywhere. They're all through my house. No matter which room I walk in, even the spare bedroom. Don't ask me how. But anyway, we're going to throw this, not throw it, but grab that and put that there. Is that straight? It's hard because I've got this line going here, so it's a little bit tricky. So there we go. That one. That one. Now, these things. Oops. You get 3 sizes with this. Might just put one over here this time. Things are in a little bit different places. Oh, I grabbed my putty. So we've got that, we've got that. This is going to be maybe up here. I want one up there. I think it needs one up the top here, so maybe just a little there. Not real happy with that. Maybe. Oops, maybe a bigger one. Maybe bring these down. So we have this zigzaggy thing going. So zzz, zzz, zzz. There we go. Is that odd? As in, are they odd numbers? Just wondering whether it, oh, maybe on the green. I'll bring it down to the green. Yes, I kind of like that. For something a little bit different. Oh, they really are tricky little things to work with. They kind of get lost on the green. Anyway. All right. If I pull that one down and pull that down there. Maybe that looks good. I like that. I just felt there wasn't enough empty space there for that one up there. All right, so I'm going to use this guy again. And I'm going to lift it up. Did I only need a drop. I'm going to take this end off. There we go. Lift you up. You might want to fast forward this bit, guys. Oh. And I might just change you out for a little rather than two mediums. There we go. Flip over so I can pick you up, please. Thank you. There we are. So if you've got a couple of friends or got some friends that have birthdays around that Christmas period, this would be a lovely card to send to them, as it's those festive colours. I am done. So we have that. Like, stamping's not perfect along the side there, but that doesn't bother me. And we have the inside with the same design pulled in from the front. You need to tell me which one you prefer, like the lighter pink or a darker pink. This is definitely more dramatic. If you had gold, you could probably put more gold. And then you could also add, gold in the center, but these will actually pick up the colors that are underneath them. So I won't actually glue them on because they're not really, I'll have a look and see what else I've got. All right, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please do go, if you, I will link the group, the Facebook group, in my description box underneath this video. So you'll need to click on maybe 3 dots or more or something, but there'll be a little something there that you can click on, which will bring up the full description box, which will have all the details and all the products that I've used today. The link for the book, for the Facebook group, Colour Inspiration Facebook group, and a little bit of other information about the challenge, and also a link to all my other social media if you need to contact me for whatever reason. Okay, guys, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching, and have a lovely Christmas, because I'm not sure whether I'll be back before then. Maybe I might actually do a second card yet. Who knows, if time permits. You know, we understand that time is quite, everyone's busy at this time of year. Let's just be real. So, but who knows, might have a spare hour or so up my sleeve to be able to create something else for everyone. All right, mwah. Love yous all, and see you again next time. Bye for now.